Ladies and gentlemen, this bantamweight main event of the evening is sanctioned by the Wyoming Combat Sports Commission, led by former Bare Knuckle Hall of Famer Brian Pedersen, and is presented by Shortline Buick and GMC. Making his way to the cage first, please welcome Dylan King.
Great piece there, Todd. Nicely done with both those guys. Man, they both seem so confident, and you listen to either one of them talk and you think, wow, how could that be beat? And then you listen to the other one talk and you're like, wow, that guy is just something special too. So pretty outstanding. First to the cage in this, our pro main event of the evening. 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Dylan King, as he stated, a representative of Victory MMA. In his corner, of course, as he spoke of, his coach, Gilbert Smith, former Ultimate Fighter competitor, former UFC competitor, former Bellator competitor. Man, that's a lot of experience in your corner.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, when you said the exact thing when I was doing that, interviewing both fighters and doing this feature, they're so opposite, but the one thing they had in common was the confidence in themselves and their ability to finish this fight. Dylan felt he learned a lot off that loss against a very good jiu-jitsu fighter, and he's gonna go up against a relentless fighter tonight.
Yeah, Mr. Geno Shvedov, no quitting that guy, so definitely a special event for us here.
And his opponent, fighting out of the Fowler Chevrolet blue corner and making his way to the cage, please welcome Geno Shvedov.
This guy showed relentless pressure in his getting the amateur strap and beating Nufel Alcastri, who we saw earlier tonight. He just continued with the pressure, continued with the grappling and the ground game. He would not be denied.
And interestingly enough, Dylan King stating, I think maybe I'm more technical than Shvedov is, but Shvedov, boy, like you said, Todd, he put it on display last time out.
And what a tough thing right now. If you're Dylan King, you're going up against a second straight killer. You've lost one. You do not want to go 0-2. And when you're fighting the best, when you go pro, you can't pick them.
No easy fights, no sir.
2 experienced fighters and 2 ready to roll. This is the pro debut of Shvedov.
And 2 very experienced gyms, Factory X, making their way to the cage now.
Very good friends with Ian Heinisch. The 2 shared a phone conversation this week. Ian, I think, is tuning in from Florida to watch this one.
And our tail of the tape here brings us Dylan King at 27 years old against the 33-year-old Shvedov. They are even in height, even in weight. As professionals, it's 0-1 for King and his look, see, do style versus the pro debut of Geno Shvedov versus his MMA style.
You see Geno, 33 years old, you know, we talked about it, the fact that he'd been locked up for a lot of his 20s. And MMA fighters, JR, you know, age is, you have your chronological age and you have your cage age. And he he's just getting now into where he feels that he's starting to find himself at 33 years old. Interesting. This will be an interesting fight. I'm interested to see what happens in this because when you talk to both, I mean, both so confident. You hit that right on the head.
Yeah, that was the thing that I took from your piece. It's just both of them are so set in their belief of self.
All right, well, what we've seen up to this point has not disappointed. And now we're here for the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Sparta main event of the evening. So, Sparta Nation, tuning in all over the world and joining us here live in Cheyenne, I need you all to get up out of your seats, raise your drinks high, and get wild! Introducing first, fighting out of the short line, Buick and GMC red corner from Houston, Texas, representing Victory MMA, presenting the former Sparta bantamweight and featherweight champion, Dylan Killa King. And his opponent, fighting out of the Fowler Chevrolet blue corner from Englewood, Colorado, representing Factory X, presenting the former Sparta bantamweight champion, Geno the Russian Concussion Shvedov.
He's put together.
Champion versus champion.
All right, guys, the pro MMA bout. I expect clean, fair fight. Listen to my commands. If you're going to touch them, do it now, and let's bang.
All right, here we go. Two fighters, different backgrounds.
Black and red for King, black and white for Shvedov. And away we go with main event action.
5 rounds, five-minute rounds.
3 5-minute rounds,
Yep.
actually.
3-5.
Oh, Shvedov ducks under, gets the body lock, but it's King that ends up on top.
Both fighters scrambling around, both showing their power.
Great strength by Shvedov to get the turn on that.
You heard Dylan talk about his wrestling. Shvedov, we talked about it. He was relentless in his win and fight over El Kasri.
Both these guys stand very busy on the mat.
Yeah, both on top and at bottom, both of them.
Looking to lock up the arm bars.
Oh,
King
yeah.
set it up nicely.
He's got
Switch
that
the
in.
hips quickly.
He's
and
got that
pulling
in.
it tight.
Shvedov able to get out of that. Wow.
Oh, Shvedov gets the head and arm throw.
That's a jab headlock.
And they are, the corner of King is saying that they thought the fight was over. They thought Shvedov tapped to the arm bar. But now, working scarf hold position, trying to set up the time lock.
Both these guys are using incredible amounts of energy to start this off. Shvedov's got it locked in.
Yeah, it's the scissor-induced arm bar. A lot of people call it the time lock. And King, and timeout here.
That's a loss of position. On your feet.
What?
I'm not sure. I'm going to have to listen to what the... I have no idea what happened right
I have
there.
no clue either.
But back to, so let's start over. And exactly like we started, Shvedov able to get that takedown.
Changes levels. A little bit of fake up top.
So King was able to pivot the hips and swivel for the armbar once. Let's see what he's able to set up off of his back again.
Crazy escape there because he was in deep trouble. High level stuff.
I think as King had that armbar in, he thought the fight was over.
Right.
I think he thought Shvedov tapped.
Yeah, I do too.
But they came back to standing, and then the referee brought him back to standing, and well, here we go with Shvedov in back control, and King looking to fight off the choke here.
Yeah, and right now in a tough position. Shvedov's got both hooks in.
He's got the figure 4 lock to Shvedov.
And now he's just cranking on that.
Oh, and that's in deep. That's in tight, and there's the tap.
Wow.
So Shvedov with the round 1 rear naked choke, and man, we got to see what all happened with the armbar.
This is crazy because
at first, because I'm thinking King thought the fight was over.
I thought he
and
was
let
too.
It go. Then they came back to standing. Shvedov got the takedown. Not sure what happened there, but the referee brought the fighters back to standing. So Wow, interesting. Maybe we'll get to run this one back again. We'll kind of have to see what happens after the scenes. So
because that was very confusing. We haven't seen that in quite some time. We couldn't hear what he said, but apparently they're not happy with it at all at victory.
No, but there's some sportsmanship there being shown. They didn't have it on the screen, but both fighters face to face with congratulations to each other. So.
Well, this will be interesting. I mean, the result is in.
Yeah.
So
True
now
enough.
it's just a discussion.
True enough. Maybe Mo can get us word in the post-fight interview.
Well, I think they run it back no matter what. That's how you solve that.
Interesting.
But I can tell you, there's a man that's not happy in this ring, in this cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Hines calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 30 seconds of the first round, declaring your winner by submission via rear naked choke, Geno, the Russian concussion, Shvedov. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last time I'm going to play this game tonight. Are there any Geno Shvedov fans here? Geno, first and foremost, you're on a hell of a win streak, man. This is your professional debut. Congratulations. First off, how does it feel to be 1-0 as a pro?
It feels good, man. It feels good, man. This is, fighting. I never thought I'd be fighting as a professional. I never even thought I'd be out free, but here I am. I'm chasing the dream, man. So it feels good. There's a lot of it's some debate. He had an arm bar. I don't know. We're fighting, man. He had an arm bar. It was a tight arm bar. I was going off with the ref. The ref said I'm just here to fight. So. Whatever it is, what it is, if he has any, discrepancies, I'm more than happy to run it back. But nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. I'm just here to fight, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
don't worry about it. Hey, you have an incredibly inspirational story. I'm sure a lot of people that are watching tonight are probably going through some hardship themselves, some difficult times. Any advice for someone that made it out of a dark time and has now achieved something that he will have for the rest of his life? Any advice for people going through it right now?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I just want to say that, if you set your mind to something, anything is possible. You set your mind to something, and you let God take over, man. That's the key. If you allow God into your life and allow God to work, He can make anything happen at any time. A lot of people doubted me. They thought I'd never be an MMA fighter. I started my career a lot later than a lot of people. I'm just out here chasing the dream, man, doing what I love, and I just want to be a living testament to anybody that struggles, man. That anything is possible. We do a lot of work out in the community to help people that struggle with addiction. So if you have anything like that, or you know anybody, feel free to hit me up. Feel free to reach out. I can help you myself or connect you with somebody that does. I want to also take this opportunity to shout out. We got a new community center we opened up in Aurora for people that struggle with addictions called Paradigm 1. We do all kinds of cool stuff, man. We got boxing, we got art, everything, man. So come through and check it out, man. Like I said, man, if anybody got anything to say, I'm not the fucking ref. I'm in here to fight. If you want to run it back, we can run that shit back. I don't give a fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your winner, the Russian concussion, Geno Shvedov.